Squad up. So this one, I don't think it's super good just because there's not a lot of times when you get all your teammates just at the same generator as you. And for a level 38 perk, I have 3 perks at that time, so I'm probably just not going to use it because there's better ones, but it could be used good. So I'd say it's like a mid perk. I'm going to put it at B. Subscribing to the channel really helps me out, and I'm trying to get 1,000 subs by the end of the year. What perk is that? Powering up. This is one of my personal favorite perks in the whole game, just because getting a generator, giving that much extra stamina, and it's a pretty low level perk, only level 23. That's not hard to get at all. So this is definitely a solid perk that most people should use unless you're not a super high level, and even if you are, it's a good perk. So that's why I'm going to slap it at A, but it almost made us. Signal boost. This is alright. It's definitely good as a low level perk, but I don't really need to see Bonky once I finish the generator. I guess it could be helpful, but just once I'm a higher level, I'm not really going to use it, but it's not terrible for lower levels. So I'm going to put that at B tier. Power drain. This is an amazing perk, but it's very similar to the butterfly effect perk, which I'm going to talk about later in this video, but at level 45. It's a little better than butterfly effect, but a way higher level, so I'm going to slap it at A, and just because of the level, it's not making a sabotage. This perk at level 34, not super low, but also not super high, makes it so you can literally just use your hammer as Bonky and hit a generator and make it go haywire. And once a generator is haywire, fixing it when it's on the test is almost impossible, so it pretty much reveals the location, and all you have to do is hit it. It's super good, and that's why I'm going to give this my first S tier perk. Butterfly effect, the perk I was talking about earlier. It's pretty much power drain, but a little worse. Once you jail someone, all the generators go haywire, but they don't go down as fast. It's a little worse, but it also comes in at level 16. It's very low level and it's very good. That's why I'm also slap this one at A rank. Amazing perk for low levels, very close to S rank. Terrifying presence. This perk, in my opinion, is so stupid. If you've played the game before, you know how slow already you regenerate stamina after being chased from Bonky. Like, it's slow as it is, and once you don't have stamina, it's faster than you. And later in the game, your Bonky gets faster anyways. So it's a low level, but it's pretty much a waste of a perk. Like, I don't really need that. There's a lot better perks towards that level. That's why I'm gonna put this one at F. Like, I actually just hate this perk so much. I think it's terrible. Tech Whiz. Now this one I'm not a fan of either. The only reason I probably won't put it at F is just because it's like the first perk you get. It's level 1. All it does is if you fail a generator, it only goes down 5% instead of 10%. If you've played the game for like more than an hour, you pretty much don't fail the generators as it is, rarely. So it's not worth it. It's not really good at all. So I'm gonna put it at C, just because it's a low level. Brainiac. This one I have mixed feelings about. Using an ability and revealing the closest survivor is amazing, but it's a high level perk and you don't get faster over the course of the night. And I think getting faster is like one of the biggest helping things out in the game. I think it's broken. If you can just stall them, you become super fast, and not having that I wouldn't enjoy, but I still think it is a solid perk. I'm gonna slap this one in B tier. Leaving so soon. This thing is crazy. It's a level 42 perk, but every time a generator first gets to 70%, you get stealth and get faster, and it reveals it. That's actually insane. And I think you pretty much could get a free hit out of it, and that's why I'm gonna put this one at S tier. I see you. This is a pretty solid perk for level 28. Pretty much once you hit somebody, you reveal other people for 5 seconds that are close by. So say there's like 2 people in a generator, you hit one, it will reveal both of them if they're still in your free aura, which is pretty useful to have. I don't think it makes S because it's not super good, but it definitely is a solid perk to have. That's why I'm gonna throw it at A tier. Danger in numbers. This is probably the best perk at a low level. Pretty much if there's 2 people on a generator and it finishes, it pings it. But once you get higher level, it becomes more and more useless. That's why it won't make S tier, but it is a great perk to have if you're a low level. So I'm gonna put this one also at A tier. Stop hitting yourself. When Bonky hits you, they get stunned for like 5 seconds extra. It's a high level perk, but for getting, you pretty much are guaranteed to get away with this perk once Bonky hits you once, which I think is amazing. The only reason I think it probably also won't make an S tier is just the level you need to get it. It's such a high level perk. This is another A tier perk, Adrenaline Rush. So for a pretty low level perk, when you're weakened, getting your stamina back faster is very useful to have, especially if you're trying to get away from Bonky. Pretty solid perk, don't have much to say about it. Another A tier. Brave Scout. I am not a fan of this perk. I don't think it's bad enough to get F tier. I just think, like, if you're playing with people, mics are on, so you don't really need to get that close to Bonky to ping him for your whole team. One of your teammates can just say, oh, Bonky's at purple, Bonky's on me, and I'm at so-and-so. Then you don't need the perk. I want to put this at C tier, but it was close to F tier. I'm not a fan of this perk. Danger Zone. This is a pretty low level perk. When your teammate's caged, like, do I really need the extra speed? I mean, I guess it could be useful, just a perk to have at a low level. I'm not really finding myself using this, and I just feel like there's a lot more perks that I think are more useful. I'm gonna slot this one at C tier. Bonky Bounce. I think this is honestly a pretty good bonky ability. I don't think it's the worst one, but I do think it's pretty hard to get since it's a high level, and I don't think it's the best one. I do think it is a pretty solid one, so that's why I'm gonna throw this one at A tier. Silly Sneak. It's only level 12, but I honestly don't find myself using this over Clown Radar. It's just like cool, it removes your fear aura, and cool, it's 40 seconds, but I don't know, man. It doesn't seem too useful. I feel like the Clown Radar is way better. It's not terrible, but it's definitely the worst out of 3, so I'm gonna put this one at B tier. Clown Radar. This thing is amazing. Level 2, it has a 75-second cooldown, but you can ping people nearby. It does 5 pings over a span of 25 seconds. It is so good for finding people. I still find myself using this over any of the perks, and that's why this thing deserves S tier, baby. Let's go. All my Clown Radar users, comment down below. Shout out to you. Midway Magic. Level 30 perk, and all it does is make your bonky abilities last for like 2 more seconds. It is the most pointless perk at level 30 that you could possibly use. You get 1 more clown scan, you get to sneak for like 3 seconds longer, and you bounce a little bit farther. There's so many better perks at level 30. That is just crazy. I just got a Streamlabs ping for some reason. This one's F. I hate it. Anti-up. So this thing is interesting. It pretty much makes you worse at the beginning. And the more kills you get and stuff, your cooldowns get lower. But it's like, I feel like the most important part of the game is the beginning. So making yourself worse at the beginning kind of sucks. But I guess if you're good with it, it can be good. So yeah, it's pretty mid perk. That's why I'm gonna put it at the mid spot. B. Gathering Storm. This one is like, after you use an ability, you get more speed after hitting someone. I mean, it can be useful. I don't really understand it still. I mean, it's fine. So like, I'm gonna put it at a solid B. Escape Enchantment. I love this perk. It's a level 32 one, but it is so good. Once a generator is done, you get a pretty much a monopoly get out of jail free. It is so good. I use it to this day. Putting that S tier. Shout out all my Escape Enchantment users. Best friends forever. So pretty much once you free someone, you get to heal them like a lot faster. Once you heal them, which I mean, I guess, but you need friends for that one. So I'm gonna put that at A tier. Get high. So pretty much once you heal someone, you both get a speed boost for a couple of seconds. It's a low perk. It's a not bad perk to use at a low level. I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I don't really ever use it. So it's pretty mid. B tier. Expert Medic. Probably the best perk in the game. Level 5. You get to heal people faster. Big W's all around. Let's be honest. It's S rank. The thing is amazing. Silent but deadly. At level 40, you get your fear aura reduced by like 50%. You move slower, which is like, I'm not trying to be even slower than I am. They're just going to be able to run faster than me. It's like, I don't want to do that, man. And that's a super high level perk for pretty mid. So like, I'm just going to put C tier because like, I think it's got a bad. Last and almost least, Swing and a Miss. It's a low level perk, and when you hit someone, you're not slowed for as long, which I guess is fine, but you're not even slow for that long to begin with once you hit someone, so it's kind of bad. Just because it's a low level perk, it's going in C tier and not F tier. I have a link in the description to a tier list maker of this exact tier list, so you can make your own and leave it in the comments. And if you want to see me talk more on how to get free XP and make it to midnight, watch this video right here. I totally recommend it.